returning after injury. It's probably one of the most frustrating points that one can find themselves in. You took time off. Hopefully, you're staying engaged throughout the entire time. You're healing up, and now you're ready to go back. And that's the dangerous time. That time of return is probably the most critical points in your jiu-jitsu. Not only at that point, but only impacting your future. And why is that important? Because often we find ourselves in a point where our mind is where we left the mat, but our bodies are not ready to return in the same capacity. And unfortunately, I've witnessed this myself, and then, I've experienced this myself, and I've witnessed this with other students as well. When we train, especially when we train hard, when we fully engage with at the peak, life is good, life is happening, we are getting stimulated mentally and physically, and our bodies are prepared to operate at a certain level. Injury happens. Number one, not only we take a couple steps back from a conditioning and a body impact, body preparation, fitness perspective, but also our mind takes a few steps back. That time off, even if you are engaged, there is a step back or so. And when we return and we think we are where we left, now that puts us in a very dangerous position of re-injuring things and point of frustration, which is often not talked about. Very frequently in these particular situations, we find ourselves in the points of, I was training with so-and-so, and I was hanging out with him very well, and I was able to stop his guard passes, I was able to pass his guard, I was able to do these transitions, and now I can't. And we get stuck in this mental funk of not being able to perform. And often, this leads into a lot of questions, a lot of frustration, a lot of pain points, and sometimes even it leads into students quitting and not returning on the mat. So how do you return? What's the proper way to return? First of all, I'm going to tell you this. Stay engaged throughout your injury. And what I mean by engaged, watch videos, read books, listen to podcasts, watch fights and events on whether streaming on TV, whatever the case is. Visit the academy on a regular basis. This is the key. Engage with your instructors, engage with your students on regular basis, not once every month, but on weekly basis as you would be training. Even take classes, but simply by sitting off the mat. I'm pretty confident if you talk to your instructors, they will not mind you sitting on the sidelines, watching the class and making notes. And once you're ready to return, slow and gradual return is the key. You got to take care of your body first, right? Where our mind is, our body might not always follow, and vice versa. Our mind might be a little rusty while body is way ahead. Getting them in sync is critical to your success. Few things to keep in mind: starting slow with fundamental classes, maybe skipping some of the sparring sessions, maybe even taking handful of private lessons to get your mind and your body up to where they need to be before you return to your normal training where you were prior to the injury. The point is, take it slow. Just because your body recovered from an injury does not mean that your body is 100% ready to return to your full training capacity. You need to bring it there and gradual approach, step by step. As frustrating it is probably the best solution here. You don't want to get re-injured again and suffer additional time off, or be frustrated because you think you should be better and you think your partners got better. I'm sure they have. You've been out. They have not. By having a smart and strategic approach to this situation, really not only could bring you back to where you were prior to an injury, but also accelerate your learning curve shortly after that. As always, I'm happy to help with these situations. They are not easy, and your support, my support to you, is fully extended. Take advantage of it if you ever need to. I'll see you guys in the mat.